Previously on Mailtrap videos, we created a contact form in Flask and even added a reCAPTCHA to fend off spammers. If you haven't already, be sure to watch those two and get up to speed, because today we're adding validation logic to our contact form, ensuring no invalid emails land in our inbox. Hello and welcome to Mailtrap videos, where we explore the world of emails. Let's kick things off by adding server-side or back-end validation, which occurs after the contact form is submitted. If the user fails any of the validation checks, they are then redirected back to the form with an error message. To add this behavior to our Flask contact form, we'll modify the main Python application file. The validation logic should go right underneath the Flask root for handling contact form submissions, which we recently created. First, I'll add a logic that checks whether any of the input fields are not empty. Secondly, let's make sure that the name is at least 2 characters long and shorter than 50. Next, let's validate the email address with regular expressions, which will try to match the email pattern from the user. With them, our form will check whether there's an @ symbol, characters besides the @ symbol, and a period between subdomain and domain. And let's not forget to import the Python module called re, without which regular expression wouldn't work. Moving on, let's add a logic that will ensure the message our users submit will be at least 10 characters long. As a final touch, you can also include a flash message logic that thanks the user for submitting the contact form. And while you're at it, why not hit those subscribe and bell buttons? It's free. Plus, as a part of the Mailtrap community, you'll be notified whenever we publish another killer email-related video. Now, let's proceed with the client side, or front-end validation, which occurs before the form is submitted. If the user incorrectly fills out an input field, the contact form will show them a flash message alerting them of which validation rules they failed to meet. Let's begin by opening the contact form HTML template file we created in the templates folder within our main directory. There, we'll define the validate form function, which will be the foundation for our client-side validation code. Right underneath this function, let's use the getElementById method to retrieve the values of name, field, and message elements, and store them in corresponding variables. Next, similarly to backend, we'll add logic to our front end that makes sure the length of the name is between 2 and 50 characters. The email follows the proper regular expressions format. The length of the message is at least 10 characters. After we add our validation tests, we let the form submit by returning true at the end of our validate form function, like so. And for the glazing, let's call the validate form function with an onSubmit handler, like so. This will make the form trigger whenever someone clicks submit. All done. Our Flask contact form can now validate emails before and after users hit the submit button. With validation logic added, let's take it a step further and also include verification logic that sends the users an email to make sure they're there. And how would you do this? Simply click here and allow me to show you the process step by step.